Today's episode of YKWD is brought to you by Ghost Bed. I love this bed. I have this bed, and you're going to love it too. A great night's sleep is important for everyone, not just comics, okay? Ghost Bed makes premium mattresses at an affordable price, all designed for a cooler and more comfortable sleep. Take advantage of their free and fast shipping, their 101-night mattress sleep trial, and financing that starts at, get this, $35 a month. You heard me. You can get a brand new mattress for as low as $35 a month. Listeners can get 40% off all products site-wide. You can get 40% off mattresses, adjustable bases, and beddings accessories, or you can get 50% off when you bundle a mattress with an adjustable base. Use promo code YKWD at ghostbed.com/YKWD for 40% off site-wide. Limited time only.
Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show.
YKWD.
I started a social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast.
YKWD's back again.
Old school, back in the day, where it all started, before them all.
YKWD.
This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules.
Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
I'm sorry. It's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. You know what, dude? What's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of YKWD live in the studio, the Comedy Cellar Studios. That's it. Nothing after. Just the Comedy Cellar podcast studios above the world-famous Comedy Cellar. And I had a great weekend. I'm excited for you guys to be here. People watching live from patreon.com/Robert Kelly. You're watching live. You're in the chat. You're asking questions. You're part of the show. If not, you're watching this Sunday on YouTube, so that's fine. I don't care. You want to be a nickel chaser and roam around the whole thing and get all you... I don't care. It's good for you. Hit subscribe, comment, like, and there you go. That's all I ask. That'd be much appreciated. If not, go fuck your sister. And I am excited. This weekend was a great weekend. I want to thank everybody in Tampa. Sold out shows. Insane. Every show was crazy. Mr. Mike Calton, my number one best friend, was on two of them. At Mike V. Suarez, the producer of this show, was on all five shows, and had a blast. I want to thank Side Splitters. And I got some, I did a little crazy shit. We'll talk about that later, maybe, if we get to it. We have a very special guest today. Look, I have all my friends on the last week. We had Joe, we had Colin, we got Dan coming on next week. But I like to find the next motherfucker. I'm kind of like the AAA ball club of stand-up comedy. I always like to get who I think is fucking coming up, who's funny, who's got some shit going on. And I've been watching this little motherfucker for a little while now. And I wanted to get him on the show. Because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his fucking comedy, his attitude, what he's doing out there. So, Max, please introduce our guest.
Our guest is Troy Bond. His website is Troy Bond Live. Troy Bond 69 on Instagram.
That's what it sounded like when I walked in. My parents doing it. That was exactly the noise.
Troy, I just spilled coffee on
it squirted again.
It
squirted.
Fucking Max hates me.
Right on the cue of 69, it squirted.
Max hates me. It's Max. Max. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Troy.
No, this is perfect. No, that's the greatest. And you just gave a clip during an intro. Everything's a clip or not a clip. And now it didn't stain, did it? Do we have any club soda up
Max, you hate me.
That was a suicide.
No, I don't hate you at all.
He did.
Now that I've lost weight.
Little holes. I didn't want to tell you, but he did try to spit in it right before he gave it in, and I think that's what did it. He just
Troy,
shook it up.
Ever since I lost weight, I'm on the goal to wear the gayest hoodie I could possibly wear. And today I thought I did it, and now there's coffee stains on it.
Now we're in the village too. Everyone's gonna see that.
I'm gonna have to burn this. Get this cup
good.
away from me. Go get me a new cup.
It's Crouching Tiger, hidden tea bag. That's what it feels like a little bit. It's good. I like the dragon. What is it? What does it say? Fear is a reaction. Courage.
Courage is a choice.
Oh, I didn't see that over the stain.
Yeah, because it's
Courage is
coffee.
a
Thank you very
stain.
much over the stain. You fucking you ruined the saying.
I did. It just
No,
wait.
you-
Courage is
him.
a choice. Oh, I know. Yeah.
Now it's got coffee stains
coffee
on it.
stain. Yeah, that's great.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's not that bad. That's why I chose to go all black. I spill on everything. People think I did it like I made it a Steve Jobs decision. I did it because I stain everything.
Well, I used to stain all my shirts when I was big because
Yeah.
I would stain all my. I would throw them out. $20 shirts.
Right.
I had to wear like specialty fat guy shirts because when I put my arms up, my stomach didn't come out. So I had to buy like these special fucking DXL, you fat fuck shirt. And I would stain them all the time. So I would have to eat.
Yeah.
Like my wife would yell at me because she'd want me to eat like this.
Right. Yeah.
She wants
Yeah.
to go over the bowl. But I wouldn't. So I'd get stains. I have to throw them out all
Yeah.
the time. And now since I lost the weight, I haven't gotten stains on anything.
And you could wear great.
I can wear
clothes.
the gayest hoodies
Yeah.
ever. And this is my quest. I want a fucking hoodie that when I walk in a room, like trolls
Yeah.
fucking shoot off my shoulders and birds land on my.
And they shit unicorns. Yeah.
Yes,
It's just
yes,
Disney princess
yeah.
coming out.
Yeah.
How does your wife feel about the hoodies? How did she know? Does she comment on the wardrobe changes?
I want to kiss a man with cancer and he cures. You know what I mean? But then we have to marry.
But you can now.
My
unless you're in
wife,
Tennessee.
like my wife knows I'm side queer. She knows that. She knows there's something up with me.
Was it a browser history situation, or she?
No. You're fine. Are you crazy? I'm not gonna let her really know I'm queer. I'm not gonna let her. I mean, just
Way more than the side, buddy. Come around to the front or behind.
it's it's a joke right now. It's just shits and giggles right now. I get it. Fuck. Can I use your computer? Dane Cook had a great joke back in the day. He goes, "Here's how you know if your guy's cheating on you. Ask him to borrow his phone. If he throws it on the ground, steps on it, and lights it on fire, and goes, it's broken." He's fucking somebody else.
It's kind of in to be side gay right now. Like if you look at the TikTok comments on anything, like there's dudes joking to be
You're on a
gay, but I
Netflix
think they're
special,
serious.
yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like one pegging joke away from getting that special.
Fuck
or
yeah.
just being like, it's a good thing to get your ass eaten once in a while.
Listen, let me tell you something. I do have a problem when I historically when I lose weight because I've lost weight a few times,
Right.
and I've gotten down. You know, I still have more weight to lose, but I've done it before where I've gotten like just shredded, and I historically go full gay outfits. I mean, full. Last time
Well, you're supposed to.
2008, I actually bought tight jeans
Yes.
with zippers on the back pockets.
And they were just coming in too.
With Pegasus coming up the butt on each pocket with tassels. It had white tassels on the zipper. My wife,
With removable pockets too.
Dude,
so you
it
could
was
just see
bad.
ass.
it was bad.
That's what happened to Vito in Sopranos when he lost all the weight. Then he started wearing flashy suits. Then he got in trouble for being gay.
the funniest part of that. The funniest part of that is when you watch the show when they're telling everybody and the kids down. He goes, "Yeah, no, he was, he was born." He goes, "No, you mean when he was the security guy was sucking him?" He goes, "The kid had no idea. He didn't understand that there was a worse version of being gay."
He was going down on him. Nobody's got AIDS. What the hell, T? Well, we can't. My favorite part about that is Steve Shripper's character was more concerned. He was like, "Well, he can't hang around our social club anymore. I mean, that much I do know." The other guy's like, "He should fucking die.
He's gotta go.
He's got to fucking go."
But then the kid's so naive. He goes, "You won't have a problem with him anymore." He's like, "Oh, thanks.
Oh, good. You're just gonna talk to him?
Yeah.
Fine, perfect. I'm gonna go back to being a dentist.
He goes, he was going down on him. He's gotta go.
I feel like I stabbed in the heart.
Oh my God, that was
That was my quarantine show.
one
I
of
watched it probably 200 times.
It was a good. I watched it during the
Best.
quarantine too.
Yeah.
I got into that, and I did. I believe I did. What's the meth one?
Breaking Bad.
I don't
Love
like
Breaking Bad.
I don't like watching shows when people tell me to watch them.
Same. Yeah. I was that way with Game of Thrones and The Wire. I didn't watch The Wire till quarantine either. when
I didn't
somebody
watch
told
The
me to
Wire
watch it.
either
Yeah.
until dude. I played paintball with the cast of The Wire and didn't know the.
And you're
Wire.
like, I don't know who the fuck you guys are.
I was out there with Omar.
No mercy.
Queens going, Omar. I didn't even know what it meant.
Who was also in Sopranos. He was in season when that Jackie kid got killed. He went to go hide out with him. That's my autism coming through. Sorry.
I mean, you autistic? Because this whole crew, I have the whole crew here is autistic.
I think that's another thing where like it's cool to be autistic now too. Like, so there was a guy the other night. He was
cool.
like,
It's cool.
it's cool. Like everyone has it. And there was this guy who was like, I can't look at my girlfriend in the eyes because I have autism. And I'm like, that used to be called lying.
Yeah, or fucking just psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, why didn't you like him? I don't know. He didn't look at me all night. And then he was
Until I was asleep.
Yeah, I woke up. He was above me, staring at me,
That's in.
just going. I produce YKWD.
yeah.
I produce YKWD. I'm the producer of YKWD. I love YKWD. You know what, dude? You know what, dude? No, Bobby, I pushed the button. I put the lid on the coffee, Bobby. I put the coffee worked when I had it. It's my fault.
I even
It's
saw
my
him
fault.
shake it up, which I didn't think would have any impact on the coffee. But he shook it up right at the bottom.
He's
fucked
terrible.
Up. Yeah,
You're true. You're right about that. That all the stuff that used to be, bad. Because if you look at even like the movie Grease,
Right.
this guy, cool guy,
Yeah.
bad guy, leather jacket guy,
Danny.
was trying to, yeah,
Saying.
and
I
stay.
just watched him last night at the Oscars.
Oh my God, it looks like Paul Verzi. The fuck? No, I love Paul Verzi, but I didn't think John Travolta would ever look like
I know, yeah.
a fucking half Greek, half Italian from Westchester.
Once he decided to just let the hair go and like admit, like, yeah, I walk in the park at 3 a.m. without my dog sometimes looking for dudes. That
Yeah.
was just out there. That's Scientology after a while.
I think it was when that fucking anchor died.
Yeah.
When the cock block died. Where are you going? I'm going to fly my plane to South Beach. Leave me alone. I'm going. Where you going, honey? I'm going to fly my plane to Providence. Why?
to get the fuck away from
Yeah.
you. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Wait, what were we saying about Greece? Like
Oh.
being back in the day? Those guys?
Greece back in the day.
Yeah.
He was trying to be a jock.
Right.
Now that would be reversed. To be a jock would mean to be a bully
Right.
or a dummy.
He would like
Jocks are stupid and dumb now, and bullies. When back in the day, getting a Letterman sweater was the motherfucker. You know
that was
what I
the thing. Now it's joining.
I mean, I
drama
guess they
club.
were dumb too back then, but
Yeah, because there was way less padding in the football helmets. So if you were getting hit, you were getting a scholarship, and then you were getting a wheelchair by 30. That was pretty much it.
yeah.
But now, like,
then Will Smith was playing you in a movie. Oh, was he? I don't know.
or Cuba Gooding.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what is your background? Where are you from? You're half black.
Half white. I'm from Connecticut.
You're from Connecticut.
Yeah.
So your parents are from Connecticut.
They're both from Connecticut.
And
yeah.
are they? What are they? Are they smart? They seem smart. You seem smart.
They were.
You wore your smart glasses. If you are not smart,
I do. These are my blue light blocking glasses, but they also they're my Clark Kents. I used to have the aviators, but once I started growing my hair out and the Dahmer series came out on Netflix, I can't wear the aviators anymore because everybody calls me Jeffrey Dahmer, and I'm like, there's no comeback for that. Hey, you got any leftover gay dude? I'm stuffed. Like what? But my parents were from Connecticut. My dad was he owned a karate school. He was a DJ and he was a wrestler.
so you know karate.
When I was growing up, I was a 5th degree black belt before I left. 4th degree when I was 17. I did it my whole life.
So that's where it's because you got weird confidence. You have like regular. You don't have. You don't have comics have ego
Right.
that mixed with confidence.
Yeah.
Right. You have like human being confidence.
Yeah,
That's not.
I never had a fear of like speaking in front of people because when I was a kid in the karate school, like I was always around older people, and I was my dad's first student, and being the coach's son sucks. It's the hardest on him. But I mean, I was like 10 years old teaching guys in their 40s, 50s, and 60s self-defense, and like that was public speaking. That was how I learned how to talk to people and really like how to communicate with people. But as a kid, my dad, on top of being a DJ and a karate school, we had no money. He made no money doing any of this shit. But he was an actor when he was a kid, and he was a martial artist, so he was a wrestler.
Your dad wasn't in The Last Dragon, was he?
No, but it's so funny you mention that because we went to a expo a couple of months ago, and he took me to meet him.
Oh, showed up?
Met. No, the other guy,
the
Ty
lead?
Monk.
Yeah,
I think that's his name.
The lead guy.
Yeah.
Still
Bruce
good
Leroy. Yeah, still looks like him. We got a picture and everything. My dad would listen to comedy albums on the way to wrestling gigs when I was a kid because he hated listening to music. So I think the combination of like memorizing Cosby or Carlin by the time I was like 3 or 4, like I had the Noah's Ark bit down
Really?
before I was even in kindergarten. And like
Wow.
when I was 8 or 9, I had a younger brother.
And
who was in-
I don't know this.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be racist.
No, no.
I'm assuming your dad was the black parent.
He was the black parent. But he's the whitest guy I know, to be honest with
It'd
you.
be funny if you
Like, hey, how you doing, fellas?
hey,
I got
see the
something
Last
for you. You ever
Dragon?
see The Last Dragon?
Hey.
Who is the master?
I won't be home today. I got a DJ down at Club 77 in the Bronx. But
It's all ABBA all the time.
great
To
band.
change your life. But yeah, and my mom was she was a factory worker. She worked for Peter Paul, which made like Almond Joys and Hershey's. And then in like 2008, 2009, when the recession hit, the factory shut down, moved to Mexico, and she became a nurse in like her early 30s, mid 30s. I'd say she was like 35. Became a CNA RN.
So she's smart.
Yeah, and I mean, both my parents were just very caring people.
Yeah.
Like I learned that so much from both of them.
Okay.
And they were also big shit talkers. And I would like be in the back of the car listening to them make fun of people.
Right.
And like learning how when they made each other laugh. Because they fought a lot, but the laughter was always fun, interesting to me how they could communicate with each other and still laugh and then go home and be like, go fuck yourself. It was just beautiful. It was a great mix of love and intimacy. And then I started I actually, before I got into stand-up,
Is your mother Irish? What is your mother? What's your mother's
she's
background?
Polish, German, some kind of Jewish like descent,
So
like
you-
late.
Really? So you got Jew and you do?
I think like less
Dude,
than
you could
5%.
get a Netflix session.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Dude, you are in.
I gotta do.
You suck my dick on the show?
I'm ready. Then we're good to go, man. Come on.
I feel bad. I felt bad doing that joke. I just watched the Jared documentary.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm taking advantage of young
Do you want to talk
comedians.
about that? That's crazy.
We'll talk about that. I just wanted to get a little background for my fans.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, dude, because I saw your clips. You're huge on
Thank you.
on Instagram. You're very popular. People love your shit. And I saw you somewhere, and I was like, oh, this guy's interesting. He's funny. You got a real that real flow.
Thank you.
It doesn't seem forced with you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And you also got into the fucking Tucker Carlson documentary when he flipped, and you flipped out because they just took your shit, right?
Yeah, me, Namesh Patel.
They just took your shit.
They
But
just took our clips.
You know who you remind me of? I just hit me. It just hit me right now when I saw that because in my head I've always been like, dude, he reminds me of somebody. He reminds me of somebody, an actor.
Yeah.
Who do you get called?
Pete Davidson and Logic a lot on comments and everything else. Bobby Cannavale sometimes I've gotten.
Bobby Cannavale.
Yeah.
No,
I know, that's what I said. Every time someone says I look like somebody, I'm thinking it's Stevie Wonder who's commenting because I'm like, there's
Jake
there's
Gyllenhaal.
Jake. Oh, I'll take
Look,
that.
That's Jake
Oh
Gyllenhaal.
yeah, I'll take that. Maybe he could play me in this clip when they do the movie about it. He could play me, and then we'll get Kamala Harris to play the woman who I called Kamala Harris.
When you take out fucking Tucker Carlson, like that guy took out Versace in front of his house.
I'm just gonna throw a bunch of green M&Ms and yeah, I hope he chokes on a hungry man Swanson dinner.
Why I like Tucker? You don't like him?
No, I can't stand.
Why?
I think he's I don't know how he folds towels with no chin, and he's probably gonna die on a bicycle because he can't wear a helmet with no chin strap.
Oh, look at that.
I can't stand him.
My best friend is Jim Norton, so I can't really.
I know. Oh yeah, it's no. I
Talk about not wearing a helmet.
I got hit by a car twice last year. I could say that.
You did?
It was stupid. Both times on a bike.
Headphones on?
No, I was on a bike and I was drunk. I was on a
good.
city bike, 2 bottles of wine drunk, leaving a club. The trains weren't running, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take a bike back home to Astoria.
Right.
Car blew a red light. I wasn't in the wrong technically. I hit the brakes, and when I hit the brakes, he just didn't stop going, and he hit me. Boom, right in the middle of Times Square. Wasn't wearing a helmet, flew off the bike, hit my head, I took like a good inch of skin out of my knee.
Jesus.
It was like a deep cut. Then it's so bad. My elbow was like totally bruised and fucked up. Everything. And like, nope, there was this one, it was a hit and run. The guy didn't stop. He just kept going. And this one New Yorker walked by. He saw the whole thing and he was like, hey, maybe next time wear a helmet, Mr. Armstrong. And then just kept going. And I'm like in pieces. I look like a Family Guy character when they fall.
Did you get knocked into
Times Square in 1978. I'm walking.
It was
in.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah,
He's like,
why?
I gotta go assault a woman. It
Why?
hurt.
Nobody helped you.
Nobody helped me. Not a single. It was like maybe 12 o'clock at night, middle of the summer.
Yes.
The fucked up thing, it was right when I started to blow up on Instagram when I was doing those modern Seinfeld videos, and I was like, oh cool, I gotta go home and do another one, and I couldn't do one for like a week because like I was just posted up and fucked. Then the second time I got hit was in front of the cellar. Actually, it was right here in front of Papaya Dog. This time I wasn't even on a bike. I was kind of lit, but I wasn't like doing anything. I was just standing on the corner, and then some car just jumped the curb and hit me in the other knee.
Yeah.
Hit me in the other knee, and I fell on the knee like a Marvel hero.
It'd be funny if you went back, if there was video, and you just Tucker Carlson both times.
Both times. Damn, I didn't get him. And then he stole the clip as a way to really hit me in the balls.
I don't like care about the thing, but I was wondering. The reason I brought that up, I was wondering what the rule is on this clip. Can they have it?
They looked it up. I mean, like it's
So when you put it out there, you can have it's news.
fair use. Yeah,
Fair use.
That's what they call it. And I mean that's fine. It's out there for that.
But the
reason.
but the cause of it, the reason for it was a good reason, right?
I think it's a hypocritical reason. I mean, the documentary was comedians can't do comedy anymore. What is going on with this? The liberals hate comedy. Like if the right understood comedy, they wouldn't be clinging on to my name's Roseanne and my pronouns are shut the fuck up. Like and they can't because there's not a lot of diversity. I love Roseanne. I used to think Roseanne was great.
Right.
But I mean, you get hit by she was another one, car accident, boom, and everything got scrambled up in there.
Yeah.
And Ambien and racism and all that other stuff. But that's I love Roseanne.
Yeah.
But I think it's hypocritical of Tucker and those guys who work for that network to be like, comedy is under attack when every single time that a late night show or SNL would do Trump, they would all call it Trump derangement syndrome and that there's liberal woke media brainwashing. Just pick a side. Like either you have
Well, here's the problem. The problem is that they do pick a side, and it's one side or the other.
Right.
Back in the day, it used to be you could do both.
Yeah.
You could be
Yeah.
both. And
Right.
I think most of us are both.
Yeah.
Both of us have, we have liberal views and we have Republican conservative views. We're in the middle. And what happens when it's kind of become religion. So
Yeah.
if someone goes over here, they're over there no matter what. And if someone's over there, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And most of us live in the middle. So, I mean, it's like AA. When I first got an AA and they were like, you got to believe in God, I was like,
Right.
whoa. I'm Irish Catholic recovering, So I had to find, I could have been like, go fuck yourself. You're a fucking piece of shit. You guys are God. I had to find my God.
Yeah.
I had to find my
Your
way.
higher power.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Right.
So what the point is, and then eliminate all the other stuff and say, is there something here? And there is the greatest thing about comics is we don't care about what. Like someone asked me one time, "Oh, is it hard not to say, what you want to say?" I'm like, "Oh no, that's for actors."
Yeah.
Because actors want to be famous.
Right.
Comics want to be funny.
Yeah.
We never care about fame.
Yeah.
There are some that do, right? I think that
there's those who are
they
in it for the
want
glory.
fame.
Yeah.
And when you want fame, you have to sacrifice funny sometimes.
Right.
Because you have to it's like a corporate gig. When a company hires you and they're going to give you 20 grand to do it, you do what they want you to do, or you say no.
Yeah.
So you can't say this, you can't say that. And you're like, okay, yep, making notes because I want that fucking, I'm a whore. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fucking whore. You
Yeah,
can buy
same.
me.
Yeah.
So, but when I do my show, it's like, go fuck yourself. I'm going to say whatever I want.
That's the thing when people are like, oh, you can't say what you want to anymore. You could always say what you want to say.
Yeah.
The freedom of speech isn't freedom of consequence.
Yeah.
And I sort of grew up with the 2016 election. That was the first time I could vote.
Right.
I was 19, I think. And at the top of it, I was on a side. Yeah. And then as you get older, you just realize that it's all just bullshit and spin. And you find everyone has their extremes, everyone has their biases, like you said. But for the most part, during that election and the time after that, I do a bunch of political material, but it's not political. Right. Like during that that clip of that woman yelling at me, I was about to do a bit where I'm like, I'm the most pro anti-Trump comic out there, where I talk about how he's a great public speaker and how he's wrong all the time and just doubles down on words he's wrong with. And I think that's great. I had more Trump supporters come up to me during that time period where I was doing that material saying, thank you for not making us feel stupid. Which meant a lot to me because everybody comes to comedy shows, especially Republicans.
Yes.
They have the money.
Yes.
You just got back from Tampa. I just got back from
Love
St. Pete.
Tampa. Yeah.
Love it down there.
Yeah.
And things are kind of on one side.
Two different areas.
Yeah, right.
I got this hoodie. I got this hoodie in St. Pete.
yeah. I know exactly the glory hole you got it in.
No, it was a mangrove bush, but listen, right on the water, on the bridge coming over. Right?
I did that. They love you down there at Coastal Creative. We went to the same spot. That was a great
Tampa.
place.
This is why I love Florida.
Yeah.
I love Florida because everybody lives down there.
Yeah.
And old people, gay people, and they think it's just a bunch of rednecks. It's
No.
just a bunch of, we got guns and we're the fucking better.
Yeah.
It's really not comedy wise. Like but the people that come to my show are everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
Same.
from
Yeah.
all walks of earth. And that's why I love Tampa, because they do have a huge gay community down there.
Yeah.
If you go to Ybor City, it is, I mean, dude, during the day, Ybor City is all chubby white people with hats going to lunch, smoking cigars. You go down there past 10:30, and dude, it's fucking Haiti. I mean, it's gay Haiti. It's nuts. You know what I mean? But it's fun.
It's great. Yeah.
Like you go down there and it's like, look, I'm a little too old for it, but
Yeah.
Mike, I did my show after my second show Friday. Mike
Right.
Alton, number one best friend. Shout out. What's up, Mike?
Shout out.
And Mike would love you. And you should go on a show next time.
Love to.
He's like, I'm down at fucking Ybor City.
Yeah.
Meet me down here. So I ran down there. I got in the car and flew down there. Had to find parking. And as soon as I got down there, he's like, I go, where are you? And he's like, I'm at the club next to the hotel. So I just walk into the club next to the hotel. And I'm looking for a big fat Italian guy from Staten Island. And it's just gorgeous Spanish men with shirts off.
You're right.
It's a gay club. So I just walked into a gay club and I'm just standing there.
Cock in hand.
Yeah, and look, I lost weight, but not that much weight. They're looking at me like, is this guy own the place? Like
I could see that.
I'm the dad from Birdcage, right? So I'm like, this is the wrong place, and I didn't want to. I got like, I don't want to run out of here. Like I don't.
Yeah.
So I slowly walked out, and I was so bummed. Not one fucking person.
No one hit on you.
Not one. A glance. Not even a.
What was the point of losing the weight?
I mean, tell me about it. So then I walked up. Then you have to walk up the street, right? So I'm walking up the street and it's packed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking packed.
This Friday night?
It's all chicks and the tits are out and there's guys, there's gay guys, there's trans, there's the black dudes.
We are the
just
world.
shredded black. Looks like, the offensive line of every football team is just gorgeous black men with shirts you can't buy.
And
Like,
the transgender women that they have sex with.
hopefully, right? Fucking lucky devils. And it's just packed with, everybody. And, then you got the redneck dudes and the guys with the hats are still out trying to fuck with their wives, trying to, walk through. So I sat in front of this bar smoking a cigar and it was like, wow, this is not my scene.
Right.
Because I'm too old right now for that. But this is fucking great.
It is great.
Everybody's on the street. Nobody, I mean, of course stuff happens, but there's no bullshit. Everybody's kind of coexisting together to go have a party, have fun, suck some dick, fuck each other, get some pizza and call it a night.
And it's not the stereotype of Florida that people think it is. Like you think Florida man, meth head eating someone's face off.
Well, Coastal Creative, I mean, that whole place
it's a great spot,
man. Like anybody works there.
Yeah.
And they're all supportive of creativity.
So they had me down last summer for the first time. As soon as I was leaving, they were like, "Come back in February." Both times first time I went, I think we had like maybe 100, 125. I just started.
All right, don't give numbers. You're gonna make because Rich Voss is gonna watch this and go. He had how many people at the show?
Okay, but the second time we did 2 shows
Was good.
and we got a
It was
lot
good.
of love.
It
It
was
was
good.
good. It was good.
yeah. That's
It was
why
all right. It
I
kind of
don't-
fucking sucked dick, to be honest with you. No, it was good. It was good. And the people down there were so nice, man. They're just
Yeah.
someone brought me. These guys came to the show twice. These three dudes, they came and brought me because I brought my podcast co-host with me. The first night they came, drove 2 hours there. Second night they came, 2 hours there again, and they brought us cowboy hats. This one woman showed up dressed up as Catwoman.
Oh, really?
She was like whispering to my opener. She was like, "Tell Troy, like, I'm ready."
Ready for
Like,
what?
that's what I was
To
saying.
fight crime?
I don't know. She showed
Dude,
to drink milk out of a bowl. I don't know. Like she had a whip and everything.
you should have brought her back to New York and you guys could have fought crime. You could have found the guy that hit you with the car. That would have been your first case.
It was Tucker.
You could put on
Tucker's
your
my Joker.
Get your karate outfit
Yeah,
on.
I would have been the second to last dragon, and
Yeah.
she could have been Black Cat.
Yeah,
And
the second
yeah,
to
it was great. We had and someone brought me a Black Panther necklace, and they gave it to me on
All right,
stage.
listen, I got to bring this
It
up.
was nice.
I got to talk to all black people out there.
Let's talk to them. They all listen to this show.
I-
Dad's listening right now.
Is he?
I don't know. Probably.
If
He
your
doesn't
dad's,
answer
what's your
my
dad's
calls.
name?
Troy.
Troy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're Troy Jr.
Troy Jr. Yeah.
And your mom's name?
Troy.
I would have to ask you to leave if that was real. If your mom was named Troy, you all named Troy, I would. You gotta
Everyone's named Troy.
go. Yeah, because you're an alien. That's you guys. You malfunctioned. What's your name, Troy? We all named Troy. Make him black and white and no karate and be a liberal.
If he commits a crime, the cops won't be able to find him. He's
Yeah.
a mixed kid who knows karate and he loves Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, that's why you got hit by a car. The only thing that happened is your exoskeleton got fucked up a little bit. Everything was fine. Jesus Christ, man. All right, so what's your
My mom's name's Michelle.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
Michelle.
But what I was gonna say, I want to say this to all black people,
Right.
and I hope your dad is listening.
Him and Reverend Sharpton.
I hope you guys are all listening. Wakanda is not real. It's not a place. There is no vibranium, and it's not a language. Stop using it. And this doesn't mean it. Last night on the Oscars,
Yeah.
they got to move on. The king, he's an actor. He's in SAG. I
Yeah.
looked his name up. He's literally in SAG.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the memorial last year. Okay, you understand? I love him. Great actor. Okay, but he's not Sidney Poitier. All right, he's not even. He's not even Denzel. He did a Marvel movie about. Okay, okay. You got to stop going Wakanda forever. I don't know what that means.
You know, Denzel paid for his acting school.
Yeah,
I think that's what gave him a lot of.
I think
lot of
that
props.
he was a great actor, man.
Yeah,
great
he didn't
actor.
really get a chance to.
But the Wakanda things we gotta.
Even he was sick of it. If you watch him, like when he was alive,
That's what gave him cancer. If vibranium was real, he would have lived. Let's take a sip.
Even in the movie, they were trying to give him the vibranium was real, and they couldn't save him. They had his anti-vax sister trying to come up with a vaccine to save him, and then he died. That's what happened in the second movie.
It was anti-vax.
She's the smartest person in the Marvel universe, and she was anti-vax. So that's got to tell you something. What the hell is in that vaccine, boys? They don't. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. The life of a stand-up comedian is crazy. You're going nonstop. You're staying up until dawn. Then you're dreaming about comedy, and then you wake up thinking about comedy. But running yourself into the ground will never work, ever. You need to make sure you're getting a good night's sleep when you can. And that goes for everybody, not just comedians. That's where GhostBed can help. GhostBed mattresses are designed with premium materials and a patented cooling feature so you sleep better, cooler, and more comfortable from the moment your head hits that pillow. Take advantage of free shipping, 101-night mattress sleep trial, and financing starting at, get this, $35 a month. Most orders ship within 24 hours, so you can start sleeping better this week. Listeners can get 40% off all products site-wide. You can get 40% off mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedding accessories, or get 50% off when you bundle a mattress with an adjustable base. Use promo code YKWD at ghostbed.com/YKWD for 40% off site-wide, limited time only.
Cherie, she fumbled the bag.
Was she
Angela Bassett got, they like almost shut down production like
She
3
didn't wanna
times.
take
She didn't
it.
want to take the vaccine.
You know, here's the thing, though. I mean, God bless her. Hilarious. God bless. That's a hard one to stand up to.
That's one of the big bag fumblers of that year. You had her, but she ended up, finishing the project, whatever. And then that woman who was in Mandalorian, that Ultimate Fighter, Gina Carano,
She
got
got
fired for. She posted like a Holocaust thing or something. I forgot what it was.
Here's a problem when
But it's
people,
Disney.
Here's a problem. Yeah, exactly. When you're on, if I got Disney,
Yeah,
Disney,
Disney.
I do say it wrong. People have been telling me I say it wrong for years, and I always tell them to go fuck themselves.
Now that you're hearing
I
it,
just heard it. I've
got
been
a lot of phone calls to make after this podcast. Listen, Mom, I'm sorry. Yeah,
No, it is Disney. My mom's from Boston too. Her name's Troy. That's why I thought it was weird that your mom was named Troy. Disney. Is it Disney?
Disney.
Not Disney?
Disney, yeah,
Disney.
Disney. Now you got me thinking about it. Disney. I like the way you say it more.
I like mine's
Disney.
funner.
No one says
Disney.
it like you. You were born an original. Don't die, cop. That's like a Facebook thing that you get tattooed on your lower back.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you so
like it.
much.
That's why you're Robert Kelly, man. Disney.
I'm Robert Kelly. Go to Disney. How was I saying that? Fuck me up.
Disney. Gina Carano.
Oh,
You were like, yeah.
Yeah, listen, man, stay off Twitter. Just
Yeah.
stay off
Yeah.
Twitter. Listen, you don't need to tell people what's what.
That's
You
a big
just
thing.
don't. Your job is to do a movie, entertain them. You know, it's why like Tom Cruise, he's in Scientology, he's doing his
Yeah.
And what fucked him up? When we found out what he was doing, when we saw his
Yeah.
footage shaking hands too aggressively,
Right.
with that fucking the leader of it,
Yeah,
and they
David
were just,
Miscavige.
they were trying to clear,
Yeah,
they were-
they were getting the thetans out of
Yeah.
his body.
Yeah, it was weird.
I have such an obsession with Scientology,
Me
man.
too, dude.
I watched Tom Cruise go off a ramp at 60-something years old and do that stuff all by himself, and I'm like, I don't know if it's the closeted homosexuality or what, but something in Scientology works. Like I
Yeah.
watched Tom Cruise, and I'm like, that's the greatest action star there ever was, probably. Like so, and I know he believes that shit.
yeah,
But now it's kind of like they're losing a lot of members, and
yeah. You know why?
because of
Because we know what they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, they should have stayed out of the news.
But like guys like Tom Cruise and Travolta, they can't ever leave.
No,
Scientology has way too much shit on them. They are
Yeah.
never gonna leave. They confess to all of their gay thoughts to
Yeah,
them,
they did. They really got.
and they can't get
You know, they got some
fucked.
type of secret
Yeah.
gay room at
Yeah.
the headquarters. It's very ornate. Has like beautiful molding with dragons
Yeah,
coming down,
it's
and
just a bunch of dudes' butts and
it's just a bed that your head goes in, and they can't see your face, and you just present. It's called, and then above it says "really going clear."
I can just picture him walking, Tom Cruise and Miscavige walking with their hands behind their back, just inspecting.
Now, is there any
Yes,
way
yes.
I could get my head lower? But I still want to breathe. Like, can we put a TV down where my head is so I can edit while I get fucked?
Yeah, I got a lot of podcasts to do.
I'm 7 days a week. I don't take any vacation, so I need to edit.
while I'm getting fucked.
I need to edit Mission Impossible 75 while I'm getting fucked.
That's coming out soon too. Did you see Top Gun? I didn't see
We're
it
getting
'cause, like,
totally demonetized for saying that.
no, yeah, sorry. We can
hey,
get out Scientology.
Dude, I love Scientology.
Love them. We love them.
Scientology.
I feel
Dude.
clearer.
Yeah,
I
I
need to
feel-
get clear. There's a lot of hate
Yeah,
in me,
hold-
and that's
yeah,
my
hold
problem.
that.
Yeah, I
Just
just need
hold
to
that.
hold this a little bit.
Hold
You hold
that.
that one, and all right, I feel less and less like I want to lick
feel
a
good.
dude's butt. I feel good.
I feel more. Jesus, yours went into me. You just pass it over. No, but you, how old are you again?
27.
27. You're a young buck. You're in
Young
the game.
buck.
Things are starting to happen for you right
Yeah.
now. You're a lot bigger than I thought you were going to be. How tall are you?
6'4".
Yeah, dude, you're fucking big.
Big, yeah.
Dude, I thought you were small. I was very I watch your I feel like Jared from Subway. I watch your videos. I've been grooming you for a while. I'm glad you're here. It was weird. But I was talking about eating
I'm gonna
ass.
get out of these pants and into yours.
No, but
That's how I lost all this weight, eating ass and turkey sandwiches. They taste pretty much the same if you get it from Subway.
what if that worked?
It did for him.
You're a big guy. You know
Yeah,
karate. You're a
Dude,
wrestler.
I used to. I'm probably not as sharp as I am anymore. My brother's the ultimate fighter.
Wait a minute. Let's stop.
Yeah.
You did wrestling too, right?
Mostly martial arts.
But you could fuck somebody up.
If I had to,
You could,
yeah. If I had to defend myself or someone,
but you don't.
no,
You've never gotten into a fight?
I have.
You
a
have.
couple of times.
Was
yeah.
it bad for them?
One time I got jumped after a show up in Midtown. Yeah, this group of kids were just drunk from New Orleans, and they just would not shut up during the show. And then I told all these jokes about New Orleans, and they got upset. And then after the show, the manager of the club was like, "Go downstairs," because he knew I was like ready to fight him if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Then I was watching on camera. I saw the kids. One of them punched the manager. Then I went upstairs with the bar back, and like the bar back's like this 4 foot tall Hispanic dude, and he looks like the Boston Celtics logo, like backing him up. And then I'm behind him, like, "What's up, guys?" Like someone throw a punch at me. We got into it. These kids were drunk, and I wasn't really throwing any punches as much as I was just doing a keto, which is just sort of moving. And
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal
Right?
does the same move in every move. Yeah,
Because he weighs 900 pounds.
Yeah.
And his wig will fall off.
I think The Rock is on the path to becoming a Steven Seagal-like dude with the movies he makes. Yeah. If you look at like the last 5 movies The Rock did, you wouldn't be able to tell that they were different movies if you look at his outfit and his rock face. But I love him. The guy's great. His uncle, Jimmy Snuka, used to babysit me when I was a kid.
Fuck you. I know Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, I knew Jimmy Snuka too. I have a signed action figure from him. My dad and him wrestled all the time.
Well, your dad's a professional wrestler?
He was amateur wrestler.
Wait a minute, dude.
He was
What?
the Black Dragon, Troy Bond.
Rick,
That was my dad's
what
name back
the
in the
fuck?
2000s. Yeah, actually, you're from Mass, right? We did a lot of gigs in New Bedford.
Yes.
Yeah, a shitload of time I spent in New Bedford growing up. 'Cause that's
Revere?
where- Yeah, all throughout New England. That's where my dad was working. Rhode Island, Connecticut,
So
New
you
England.
traveled with him.
All the time. That's why we were listening to comedy albums, like 2 hours at a time. And like he had the balls when I was 16, 17 to be like, "What makes you think you want to start traveling and doing stand-up?" I'm like, "I don't know, because you put that in my brain
Right.
when I was 4. I mean, I was backstage watching all these guys like do blow or shoot up steroids. And they all knew me. My dad was a big dude. My dad's my size,
Wow.
black, and 250, 300 pounds of like muscle.
You just ratted everybody out, you fucking little rat. Jesus Christ.
I'm the first one to tell everyone wrestlers are doing drugs. Yeah, that
I was
was
backstage. You were all sucking each other off.
it was
doing
that was
blow.
probably going on too.
No.
Yeah,
Where
that's
is he?
my dad right
Where is
there. That's him in the right. He's
And who-
too
is that
dark for
your
his TV
brother?
Screen. That's my brother Logan, and that's my brother Jack from about maybe 10 years ago. My brother Logan now he's an MMA fighter.
Wow.
He just had his first knockout last week. He got knocked out. And that's my brother Jack right there. He's about 19 now.
Your brother got knocked out?
He got knocked out for the first time.
Ah.
Yeah. He was like, I was like, "Are you okay?" He was like, "Yeah, I was trying to do the same thing to the other guy." And I was
Yeah.
like, "All right, that's fair." And then like I called him and he's like, "There's way more injuries in basketball than MMA. I'm not going to stop fighting." And I'm like, "I'm not going to get you to stop fighting, dude." It's like I can't tell him not to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was them
Wow.
a few years back.
That's unbelievable.
That's
man.
at the main organization back
So
in the,
Jimmy Snuka babysat you?
would babysit me while my dad was in
So
the
you'd be
ring.
backstage and he'd
I was
be
backstage and Jimmy's just not there, you know? Like,
Can I tell you a story about Jimmy?
yeah.
So in Revere,
Right.
at the movie theater, the multiplex, you know, huge one too, like 20 theaters in it, the big park, one of those big parking lots they have. And they had a flea market, and I'm in the flea market with my little brother, and all of a sudden I see Jimmy Superfly Snuka in his outfit. His
With
little
the orange and black trunks?
the leopard.
Leopard, yeah.
Leopard.
Yeah, right.
With the leopard
Right, bandana. Yeah.
and the hair and everything.
Right.
It's later in his career. He's done. And I walked up and I was like, "Hey, Mr. Snuka, how you doing? Big fan." He's like, "All right, brother."
Thanks, brother. Yeah.
Right.
All right, brother. Thank you, brother.
All right, thank you, brother. And I go, "Can you please sign this for me?"
Yeah.
He takes a picture for $10, and I took it and I
Right.
pull it right, and then I got to sign. "Can you sign it?" He goes, "You want me to sign it too, brother?" And I go, "Sign it to Bobby from Snuka." He goes, "All right, brother. How do you spell Bobby?" And I went, "Fuck me. It's a B. B, two B's, one more. Why? No, that's a W. Why? Just make it a Y. That's fine." Yeah, dude. He's the
Here you
best.
go, Bernard.
Hey, he's the
That's what it like. Those I don't see any benefit to being a wrestler long term, and that's why those guys get out of it so quickly.
Well, I
Like,
think now is different, man. I think these guys do stay in it, but I think now they're part of it. They get paid a lot of money. I think back then they didn't get. I don't know, but I think now These guys in the WWE are making a shitload, and
Yeah.
they don't wrestle every night.
That's true.
They
yeah.
used to do
every night on
They were
tour.
They were road comics.
Yeah, yeah,
They were
yeah,
club,
yeah.
That was a club comic,
right.
and they would have the every once in a while the big main events, and then. But now, dude, these guys are getting merch deals.
Yeah,
They're getting, you know, they like the big guys only wrestle once a week or twice a
Yeah.
month, and they do events. They don't do every one.
The goal. I mean, like I think.
I just made all that up too. It sounded good, right? Because nobody's gonna fact check me except
Well,
for a
I know,
couple
like,
fucking wrestling nerds. Go
if they
fuck
work
yourself.
for Vince McMahon, they're probably getting pretty shitty contracts. I know he's kind of a dickhead with that.
Oh, is he?
He's like a horrible person. I met his wife when I was like maybe 16. She
You
was
had
running
sex with
for-
his wife?
I did.
That's wild.
In the ring. I
Oh
was
my
jumping
God.
out from the top of the cage,
was
hitting it
babysitting
every
you?
time. Yeah, she was with Jimmy, the ghost of him. He's just in the back, being like, "Hit it once for me, brother."
ask her to tickle your butt with her tongue. It's her favorite thing, brother. Brother, get down there. Tell her to do a
down there,
super
brother.
do a super fly on your butt.
Who am I making this out to, brother?
Tell her to stick a coconut, hit your coconut in the head like Papa did to me, brother.
But I mean, like, you want to get out of that, right? Like, you want to get out of putting your body through that, so you can act, or like do like John Cena,
Yeah.
and one of them was like a anchor for a while, right? Or was on the Today Show. Didn't John Cena do the Today Show for a minute? Like, that's way.
What?
Yeah, I think he was like a co-anchor for the Today Show for a minute, like on the 5-person panel when he was growing his hair out. I don't know. I could be making
When he
that
grew
up.
his hair out,
Yeah, his hair was long for a
you
minute.
literally,
When he was-
100%. That's not true.
I'm probably making it up.
Okay,
I did
I'm gonna make
karate
shit
too.
up
It's
too.
rattling around in my head.
You a karate kid too?
But I did karate,
Oh.
so my head is
Yeah.
probably all screwed up too.
Can I be honest with you about karate?
Tell me something.
I how did you turn this into your show? Tell me something.
I can't tell me what do you know about karate?
What's up?
Did you get molested
What's
in
up,
karate
brother?
school too? What's up, brother? Tell
What's
me
up,
about
brother?
it.
I took karate.
Yeah. What kind did you take? Taekwondo?
Hang on now. I'm gonna get there. Don't
Okay,
get all
sorry.
fucking serious.
It's
on you.
exciting. I think I'll Diane Sawyery on you. My bad.
What kind you take? Because that's not a good kind. My father's Sholing Mwangong, whatever the fuck it was.
I think it's all pointless. You can't block a bullet.
All right, don't fucking ruin everything. What the fuck? You can't. Someone can just shoot you. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, dude. When lasers come out, it's over. I don't fucking understand what you're doing. Can I tell my karate story, please?
Yeah, sorry.
Troy Jr. All right, listen, dude. I joined the karate Ed Parker karate, the one that Elvis knew.
Right.
What was that called?
I'm not sure, but it was probably stolen from black people.
Dude, everything's going from black people. That must suck to be both white and black. Dude, every you fight with yourself That's not
Every
true.
day, yeah. I sing Elvis, and I'm like, no, I got to turn this off. Put on some DMX, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He took that movie from my uncle. Listen, bro. It was Ed. My whole thing's wet.
From the coffee still?
No, it is it was Ed Parker's. What is it? Ed Parker's karate. Can somebody help me?
Ed Park, because like that's what he was on stage doing toward the end, right? When he's doing all the kicks with
Yeah,
the suits
yeah,
and
yeah.
his ass is hanging out.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
Kenpo?
yeah.
What?
Kenpo?
Kempo.
Kempo.
Thank you. Kempo
Yes,
karate. So I
right.
took Kempo karate.
Yeah.
Is that a bad one?
I don't really know it,
Oh,
but if
okay.
Elvis is doing it, it must be practical.
What?
You know, they always said, and good thing Elvis and Bruce Lee never went up against each other because Bruce Lee would have gone out a different way.
Yeah, but Brad Pitt can kick the shit out of Bruce
Yes,
Lee.
he can.
Ah.
I 100% believe that. And his own kids.
Wow. I mean, whoa. He didn't hit it.
I'm never getting into Hollywood. I don't know. It was like from 10 years ago. I think I read something about that.
Whoa.
But that's what.
Yeah, but
makes
they
him-
weren't his kids. You know what I mean? He never hit his kid. The blonde ones never got hit. I'm sorry, Brad. I'd love to do a movie with you. I was thinking me, you, Guy Ritchie again.
I know. I don't want to ruin that. I'm sorry.
Fuck him. We're never doing anything. This is it. You have a shot. That's why I have you on.
I think I just ruined it. I'm shitting on everyone.
No. Yeah, I took it. I remember I went in.
Yeah.
The hardest part about a martial art is you want them to give you hope. You wanted
Right.
them to go, I see something in you.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want them to be like, hey, you, like, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Like to be at like TJ Maxx and
Yeah.
you catch something that falls.
There's
Oh, you have abilities.
just fog on the
Yeah.
floor and
And they-
music playing.
Yeah, he'll throw something else at you. Whew. Like, you come with me.
Catch
Meet
it
me
before-
here today. Hand you a rock. Nothing on it, but when you go out in the sun,
There's a
it says
message in it.
Yeah, 2:30.
I
directions.
knew that was coming.
So, I remember I went to go meet this guy. It was in the
Yeah.
basement at a strip mall.
Of
And-
course.
And I went to go meet him, and I went to the donut shop before, and all of a sudden this dude
Pre-workout.
comes up, and he got like 2 donuts and a coffee, cream, 3 sugars, and he just fucking ate these donuts. I'm like, what a fat fuck. And I go downstairs, it's him. He's the guy, this little fat Italian guy. I just ate 2 donuts and pretty much a cake coffee. I'm like, oh boy. So I go downstairs, and he just got me to join. He like got, and he hands me the ghee.
And a
He's like,
coffee
here,
cake.
take this, right? He's like, you have no more donuts left, right?
These are for me.
But I wind up joining, and I'm doing all the shit, and I'm running around, and then on my toes, and
Yeah.
throwing the hey,
Yeah.
all that shit, and then we do the the moves, and we're learning karate, and I remember like a weekend I broke my toe, and I'm lying there screaming because
The worst.
he's like, he walks over, and he was he was an Italian from whoever the fuck in Boston. He's like, hey, you want me to call you a tow truck? And I was like, ugh.
Oh my God.
No, if you give me a wrench, I'd hate you with it right now. I know you're not going to block it, you tub of shit. Right? So then we're going there. Then these 2 kids, guys like you, very similar to you, like your
Yeah.
build, your, you get that Superman look to you, right? Good looking guy, and both of them brothers.
Right.
And one of them was in my art class. We took art. We were going to art school.
Yeah.
And he was in my painting, my acrylics class. Just a fucking, Superman. His
dude.
brother, long hair, kind
Yeah.
of more artist. Same exact guy, except 2 different personalities. And I remember one day we were in there, and they just fucking beat the tar out of me. You know what I mean? They just
One of those beatings.
yeah, like I hit him in the gut with a kick, and it was like point.
Yeah.
And it was like, well,
Do you
okay.
have any gear?
Yeah, we had the little
The
pads.
boots and the
The
gloves.
boots and the gloves.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he just spun kicked me in the head.
That's
And I went,
yeah.
and then, so anyways, I want to bring my girl there, right? We were both in shape, but there was an all-you-can-eat buffet across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And one night we just stopped, and we ate
Before going in?
before. Yeah. And we ate too much, and we're like, we'll go tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, that took a lot. And then I showed up one night, I had sauce on my gi.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I got fucking sauce.
You were eating in the gi?
Dude, I had to quit because I split my gi. I got too fat for my gi pants. And I remember I went down to do the split,
And then
and it just ripped. And he went, I've never seen that before.
oh no.
And that's a fat Tony, my constructor.
Oh yeah, right. The balls on him to
No.
say that. That's
Yeah.
even worse than being like, that's really embarrassing. Should have gone my 30 years. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I mean, and then I got into boxing after that. Like
Yeah.
years after I got into shape again, I got into boxing. And this guy was teaching me boxing, but never would let me spar.
Right.
He would never let me spar. And then I got kind of mad. It was like 6
Yeah.
months of just hitting a bag and doing stupid, shadow boxing.
Right.
And one day I was like, when are we gonna? When can I get in with somebody? And like, and he got mad. He's, you want to do it? He's at, you keep asking, and I keep telling you not ready, but you want. And he brought gloves, and he brought me to a schoolyard, like at 4:00 in the afternoon. It was a fight. I'm like, I don't want to fight you. It was like it was 110 out.
All
And
the
he-
school kids were circling around you.
Fight. This guy just kicked the shit out of me in a schoolyard. It's fucking terrible. I was sober. Like he went to.
He
meetings.
wasn't?
Yeah, no, we went to meetings together. That's where I met him. Fuck, I stopped going to the meeting. It was like fuck. It was terrible.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. He wanted to teach me a lesson, and I was like, dude, I want to teach you a lesson on how not to be a good friend. Like you're not a good person. I
Just
just
like he taught you that lesson.
you could have
too.
just said no. I don't want to do
What
that.
is the point of that? There's a real. He should be going to anger management meetings.
I don't know,
on top of
dude.
those.
It hurt. He hit.
Yeah.
He let me hit him a couple times too.
That's the
And I
scary part.
felt good.
Yeah.
And he went like this, gush, gush. It was a jab, jab, and then a right.
Oh, like in the
that.
head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had gear on.
Right.
And then he went funk with a right cross to my fucking forehead.
And
oh,
and I
that's TV static.
I couldn't see. Yeah, dude. Dude, I went, huh? I swear to God, the noise I went, huh? It was just like,
I know exactly what you're talking
oh
about.
my God, dude.
That's how my dad, I think the reason why I never really got into trouble growing up, Chris Rock had a bit about where he was like, I don't smoke to this day, not because I'm afraid of cancer, because I'm afraid my dad's going to come and slap the shit out of me at 15 years old. And like whenever we got into trouble when I was growing up, my dad would bring us in the ring. I mean, like my dad was heavy-handed outside of karate.
Yeah.
But like when he fought us in karate, there was like a whole other situation.
Did you just politically correct say he hit you?
Yeah, I mean, we're tight now. I don't want it to sound like Michael Jackson, where it's like, Joseph hit me all the time. I was so afraid I used to regurgitate.
You just called your dad heavy-handed.
He was heavy-handed.
Dude, my dad, back in the day, was a little heavy-handed. No, dude, listen.
That's where it started, Diane.
It's a different time.
Yeah,
I tell my
right.
son that all the time. I don't hit my kid.
Yeah.
But I wish I could.
Right.
You
I
know?
think parents don't hit their kids the right way. And
What?
I'm not talking like leaving marks. I'm talking like it's not a good idea to hit your kids to make your kids afraid of you.
Right.
Because then you're just teaching kids how to live in fear of an authority figure.
Sure.
Now, there are times where like I see kids in the store throwing, badass kids. Those are kids where like I think a slap in the face real quick at a young age teaches them the stove is hot, don't touch the burner.
Well, there's a fine line. Now that I have a kid and I don't hit him, my therapist always says, give him a consequence and do it without anger. I'm like, what world do you live in? Where do you fucking come from?
Right.
Where I'm supposed to go, okay, Max, give me your iPad.
Mm-hmm.
You just pushed a kid down a flight of stairs. I'm gonna take away you lost your iPhone, you lost TikTok, and you lost your iPad for an hour and a half.
Because that kid lost all feeling in his legs.
Yeah, because that kid has to use an iPad to drive his scooter down. Yeah. I don't, there is.
And Max is still going to be pissed at you for taking away all his shit. Fuck you, Dad. Yeah, no, I think the consequence thing is important. But kids now, I think, know that you don't have any power. Like back in the day when I would be afraid of my dad getting a call and having to come pick me up from school. Now kids are like, I don't care, call my dad. See what he's going to do to you. Yeah. Then dad gets on the phone. He's like, well, I don't know what to do with him. Your problem. See when he gets home.
The problem is that there a lot of dads and moms let their kids just do whatever the fuck they want.
True.
Because they weren't allowed to do whatever the fuck they wanted. Yeah. And they're still rebelling through they're living their lives through their children. Mm-hmm. You can't live your life through your children. I'm firm with my kid. Last night, he wanted to sleep in the bed with me. Like every once in a while, I'm sleeping. We have a huge king bed. And I said, no, I want to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
And he was like, Dad, come on. And he got all mad. And it kills me because I love when my kid sleeps in my kid's the size of you now.
Yeah.
Fucking big kid. He'll wake up his he actually threw his leg over my body one night and then pulled me into him. And I was like, I'm not your bitch. I literally got up. I go, wake up. He's like, what? I'm not your bitch. He's like, what? My wife's like, what are you saying? I'm not his bitch. I'm nobody's bitch. Nobody calf grabs me and pulls me in. Fucking, it freaked me out, dude.
He pulled the Elvis Parker move.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking nuts. Yeah, he did a body triangle on me.
Just picture you like waking up and like holding on to the mattress as he's pulling you in. You're just tracking.
Dude, he literally threw his leg over me and then pulled me in and I slid into he had enough strength in his leg.
Like a cobra. Oh my
terrible.
God.
So, but he went to, he left,
Yeah.
Where a lot of parents are, okay, all right, and have to go to talk. Let him be sad.
Right.
Let him go through disappointment. Right. Come out the other side. He came in this morning. I was sleeping. I love you, Dad. I love you too. Right. Have a great day. Because I'm trying to teach him. I'm trying to teach him positivity.
Yeah.
Because I can be negative. I'm trying to teach him the shit I'm trying to learn.
Right.
At 52, I look fucking amazing. It's
you
nuts.
do. You same age as my dad.
All right, dude. Relax.
No, you look great.
So, hi, Dad. What's your dad's name? Oh, yeah, Troy. Troy. Main Troy. What's up to your mom, too? What's up, Troy?
What up, Troy?
What's up, Troy?
It's named after her.
But I'm trying to,
I'm trying to put positivity in his life.
Do you think it makes it easier for you to teach him those things as you're learning them?
Yeah.
Because when you're learning them, you're practicing them, and
Sure.
then you can just.
Yeah.
That's an important thing too. I think it's important to teach a kid positivity because I didn't really learn it growing up. Like I'm prone to depression. My parents have depression. It's very easy for, not that I give up, but you immediately just fold into yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm now at the age where I'm trying to learn the positive stuff. And I think that's gonna. Because how old is your son?
He's 9 and a
Wow.
half. Yeah.
That's a really important age to learn this stuff.
I think so. They did. I watched this, positive words have an effect.
Yes.
They have an effect on everything. And when you're using negative words all the time, I really believe it attracts negativity to you.
Yeah, they say that, right? That's what you put out there. is
There's
what
a
you get
thing,
back?
and I don't know if it's true, but they had like 2 things of white rice, and one they wrote love on, the other one they wrote hate. And every day they would go up to the love one and say really positive things to the rice.
Who?
Like,
That's the first question I have here.
these fucking mental patients with a lot of time on their hands. I don't have time to do this shit. You think I have time to do a fucking hate
I was
love?
gonna say, I
rice?
don't think it was the homeless. I don't think they care. They just want the rights.
Yeah, they did.
One of these gonna take a
Yeah,
shit
it
in.
wasn't Chinese people. It was,
They just
it was
pick meat
definitely a
every
chubby
time.
white chick who can't have carbs. That's her relationship with rice. I love you. You're so good. You're an asshole. I hate you. You're the best. I wish I could kiss you. You fucking piece of shit.
It's just her looking in a mirror.
But what they did, so over time, they went
Yeah.
back, and the one with hate on it that was getting negative words said to it twice a day, 5 words a day or something like that. And the positive one, the love one, that one stayed white.
Right.
And the one with the hate on it turned moldy and black. Is that weird?
No, that it sounds like it. I'm trying to think what would make it turn moldy, but I guess
Hate. That's the
hate.
point.
Yeah, I guess.
Negativity.
I mean, that's why Mitch McConnell looks the way he does. He's only 25. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
And that's just the hate
Yeah.
that beat him up inside. I learned I started learning positivity because I used to have a.
It doesn't explain Nancy Pelosi's tits.
No, those are filled with love, though. Or at least I have love.
You,
filled
you
with-
can hate or love her, but her
Yeah,
boobs are delicious.
I'm ready. Speaker of the House,
God.
who's present. I learned positive.
God damn it! I think she's storing her money in those tits.
That's where there's the 2.6 missing from the Pentagon's defense fund. It went right in Nancy
Yeah,
Pelosi's tits.
Her
The other half
her
went to her
husband, the
husband's
guy,
Grindr premium account.
that guy had a hammer. He was fighting over her tits.
I learned positivity when I was getting off blow. I used to have a really bad blow addiction.
God damn it!
For 9 years.
Troy.
I started when I was 15.
All right, stop. Let's talk about where you coming in here all fucking. Oh, I know karate. My
Yeah.
parents was a wrestler. Their name the same. I'm a second generation Troy. I'm 6'4". Everything's going great.
I loved drugs.
You're a fucked up kid.
Yeah, my uncle moved in with us when I was 15. I started doing crack with him.
All right. Listen, brother.
I shit you not.
Listen, brother. Your uncle is
Dead.
I mean, way to bury the lead. Where do we go from now? Story's over. Whap, whap.
No, that was it. I didn't stop when he died. I kept going. I had to honor his legacy. When he died, I was the only one that called his dealers to let him know. They were all crying. I don't know if they're
No,
crying.
it's gonna
'cause
be
they-
all right. Listen, I got you.
I got you guys.
He got me on it before he died.
We're fine. I got the contact. We're gonna get you that
All right,
Lexus.
Talk to me for a second.
Yeah.
He comes to live with you.
Right.
You're 15,
Yeah. He's
and
he's
you
your
don't
age.
do drugs.
No,
Nothing.
not yet.
And how did that happen? Like, what was the first time?
He tried. He gave me a few oxys because he knew like I was in pain from karate and from my dad, and just and also I was ready to start experimenting with drugs. And he was a manipulative dude, and he knew that I was ready to start doing drugs. And then he was like,
Right.
"Do you want to do blow?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm afraid of nosebleeds, whatever." And he was like, "We can just smoke it. There's no side effects." and it's better than sex. And I hadn't had sex at that point, but I'd heard a lot of good things.
Good things.
So I was like, good things.
Good things
Goes
about
in and
the
out,
sex.
some comes down, you go home, $7 for a cab.
And let me tell you something. I was
Let me
down
tell
the
you something.
corner.
Yeah.
I heard Sally talking about getting something stuffed in her stomach.
Yeah, from Jimmy Two Balls.
And Jimmy was like, dude, those good things.
good things. Him and
Yeah.
Bill Vittardio, they're
It's-
doing a good job.
It's better than Dairy Queen, he said.
Some of the best.
I don't believe it.
It's, I thought I got to try this out.
Yeah, try it out. Or you could do blow.
This is for me.
You could do blow. Or you could do blow. It's up
Take
to
your
you.
mother to your sister's house and do some blow.
So he told you it's better than sex, which is a weird sales pitch to a 15-year-old.
It was, yeah.
Dude, when you get pubes, dude, when you get cum in your nuts and it'll shoot out, you feel this thing, right? It's better than that.
It's better than that thing, dude. The thing you've been doing by yourself since you were 12.
You know how you stick your dick in the thing of Vaseline and you pump, and then you get.
I actually had like an old race car bed that had a hole in it when I was like 12 that I would sometimes stick my dick in. On
Where?
The side.
In the
It's on the
side?
side door. Yeah. You can just lean over and it's right there.
I can't make fun. I fucked a sink in rehab. Yeah.
With the garbage disposal?
No.
Thank
no,
God.
I'm not, what am I, Evil Knievel? No.
It's like something has to hurt me.
I'm not Johnny Knoxville. All right, we set this up. Bobby's gonna fuck a sink with a garbage disposal. It might go off. Jackass 75.
All right, it's my turn.
No, it was a long. You know, in the hotel they have a long counter, and
Yeah.
the sink's in the middle.
Right.
So you can lie on the counter and put your
right.
hand on the thing like this, so your hand's going in the sink,
Right.
right? And then you just pump into the
Oh,
sink.
yeah. That makes sense. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to
I was
fuck.
11 when I was doing that. I can picture how old were you when you were doing that.
I was 15 in the rehab.
That's great. You were in rehab at 15?
I started drinking when I was 10.
Really?
I started using drugs at 10. Really got really bad
Wow.
at 13.
Yeah. Who got you into drugs and liquor?
Your uncle. Yeah, your uncle fucking raped me. And I killed your uncle.
He's like,
it was me. I actually, at 15, when I got sober, I went and my job was to kill your uncle. No, so that's why I want you on the podcast. I'm so sorry.
Gonna finish your job.
I gotta make
Thank you.
amends.
You did me a favor.
My
I'm
fourth
here
step.
today because you killed my uncle. If not, I would be smoking crack in Waterbury, Connecticut, giving hand jobs for.
Waterbury, Connecticut is bad. Yeah, people
That's
think
where I grew up.
Connecticut. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
like
It's a shithole. It's one of the worst places in America. It's where I started smoking crack.
All right, so your uncle comes in. He's got
Yeah.
a sales pitch.
He's got a sales pitch.
Dude, he goes like this. He starts out like this. Dude, it's better than sex. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Dude, you ever have a Twinkie? you know the cream inside? All right, so listen. So
That's
he comes in.
basically how it went down.
So he gets you to you smoke it. You wrap
I smoke it. He has it in a
weed.
pipe.
Oh,
I'm like kneeling
wow.
in front of him.
Oh God,
Um,
kneeling.
He put the pipe.
Why kneeling?
He's
You
sitting
have
at the
a-
desk.
you have a
I'm kneeling
chair?
in front of him.
Why-
No, I know. He had one chair. He moved into my room.
Did you have to worship him?
I basically did if I wanted to get high.
Wow.
And then we did that. He lived with us.
Can I tell you a thing?
Yeah.
When you tell a story in the future, like if you ever go on another like Rogan or some shit,
Yeah.
drop the kneeling part because it's really uncomfortable. There's no reason.
15-year-old smoking
Yeah.
crack. I'm cool with that. I don't want to picture you kneeling in front of this dude.
Yeah.
He was also gay too. I should
All right,
point
this
out.
is getting out of control. If you're gonna go down that
Nothing
route,
happened.
all
Nothing
right,
happened.
Well, then
Nothing
lose the kneeling. Because if you're not giving me the payoff, then fuck you. I don't want it.
I'm not gonna blue ball my number one side queer.
Okay,
I will
so-
never do that to you.
All right, thank you very much. So, so, dude,
I'm not a sink. He dies when I'm 16. I smoke crack for 2 more years till I'm 18. Start seriously doing comedy in the city when I'm 17. When I'm 18, I start doing crack. When I'm like
again.
no, I stop. I
Oh, you
stop when
stop.
I'm 18.
You
January, my 18th birthday.
How did you stop?
I just put the pipe. I was watching SNL. Drake was hosting SNL doing a Cat Williams impression, and there was just something about it that was like, I was like, I'm never gonna get to do that if I keep getting high.
You're never going to
I'm never gonna be able to do
You're gonna-
Cat Williams.
you're
And be like,
never-
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Drake.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
That's-
let, me hear
I
what
can't really-
let me hear what saved your life.
Yeah, that was it. That was just that. It
You're
was.
sitting there with a pipe like
was-
this.
yeah.
You're on your knees somewhere. Because that's the only way you can smoke crack.
That's the only way I could do it
You have
now.
to be on
Yeah,
your knees.
it's in my rider.
Yeah.
And I stopped, and then I graduated high school.
You just said, I'm done.
I'm done, and I stopped smoking crack
because
at
of
18.
Cat Williams. Not even Cat, an
It
impression.
was an impression of Cat Williams where I was like, I want to do that one day.
Right?
Not gonna do that if I keep getting high.
Can you do the impression?
I used to be able to.
Let me hear it.
It's just Jared Waters, really.
do it.
It's like, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Shamanahaya Shaquanda. Yes, sir. You simple bitch. I'm Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Could do whatever a spider can, but just because I can don't mean I will do it for you, boo-boo.
Hey, you did it.
Thank
You got your
That
dream.
means a lot. I got it. I made it up, Bobby, and I got the Duke cat.
You did it.
That would have never happened. Let's go right now. What's the point of being sober?
I just pulled out a pipe and we just started
We're on West 4th. We could probably just ask. And then I started doing blow when
I
I
have
was
Dude
like
Crack.
20.
It's my
Dude
sponsor.
Crack. 20% off your next order. Yeah. And then I started doing blow when I was like 20, snorting it.
You started snorting blow when you were 20.
When I was 20.
Wow, Jesus.
Because there was like I was on pills for a couple of years, and then the pill guy went to jail, and then I met this other drug dude who's like, I don't have pills, but I used to go down to 27th Street and get my weed, where like all the Haitian dudes hang out.
Sure.
And they gave me, this dude just started giving me blow, and I started buying it from him. Then I was like, I could do blow casually. Turns out I couldn't. Stopped in 2019.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit. I moved in with these Irish bartender dudes who all did blow casually.
Yeah.
Everything shut down. Started doing it really bad. Like I was trying to die in that period from like January to August. I was really trying to die. And I was like, if I kill myself, it's going to hurt my mom's feelings. But if I overdose, that'll somehow be
You know what else
bad.
too? You'd be dead.
I would be dead. That's the
Yes.
other thing. It's really hard to do anything after that.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's pretty final.
That's funny. You're like, I don't want to hurt my mom's feelings.
And I'd be dead. And then back to how I got into positivity. After I got off below this time, I found meditation and
What?
Buddhism.
TM?
More or less Zen.
Yeah.
But I go to a lot of transcendental meditation meetings too
Okay.
in my neighborhood. But just learning that I could control my thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, I have depression, so whatever the chemical imbalance is, sometimes you can't really, when you get into a slump, you don't really know why. But I know I could focus on my breathing. I was talking to Greg Rogel the other night, who was showing me this guy who does all these breathing techniques, Wim Hof, I think the guy's name is. But that's really what I attribute to Outlook now is meditation and focusing on what I can control. Because in this job, there's a lot of shit you can't control, and there's a lot that just pisses. Like I lost $5,000 last month moving into a new apartment. I got scammed. I had my lawyer and a private investigator look into it. They called me last week and they were like, "You're a victim of an elaborate scam," and I was so mad.
What was the scam?
Found this guy. It was a Craigslist scam.
Right.
And I should have known better. I was going through a breakup, and I was moving out of my girl's place, and I wasn't really sleeping, and I was doing a lot of spots, and I wasn't thinking, and I was desperate for a place, and I sent this guy money, and it was all lucked out and worked out. Had a lease agreement and everything. Was like legit. Even my lawyer was like, you should not be mad at yourself for falling for this.
Right.
And I was mad forever, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm never gonna get that money back.
You let it go.
Nothing. You let it go. I can't hold on to it. It costs way more to hold on to something than to let it go. Like.
Well, it's funny. People think that they're in control of everything, and you're really not.
Right.
They have a saying where I come from. You wake up in the day. I'm going to go do YKWD. I'm going to go do the bonfire. I'm going to have a show. I'm going to go get dinner with a friend. I'm going to go smoke a cigar, and then you go outside and your tires are flat.
Yeah.
And you're not going anywhere. You're
Right.
going to go deal with this.
Yeah.
Even today I was coming here. It's hard to do though. I was coming here today and I'm on time. I got here early and I go up 50th and there's an ambulance just parked and a bus in front of me that can't get by. And then a fire truck comes behind me on the end of the street,
Yeah.
like 4 cars down. I'm just stuck.
What can you do? Nothing.
I'll tell you, well, you can scream and yell and honk the horn.
Yeah, right,
And
right.
tell them to fucking die, hurry up and die, which is what I did. Exactly what I did.
And they listened.
Fucking meditation, go suck my dick.
Yeah.
Fucking Buddha, fuck you.
Goes out the
fuck
Allah,
God,
Zeus,
fuck all
whoever's
the
on
gods.
duty. Yeah, fuck him.
I was like, die. Either die or go to the hospital. I gotta go. I got Troy coming on it. It's one of my favorite new young guys, and this cocksucker's.
He's on the fence.
Colin Quinn was on the phone with me. He goes, I'm going to stay on here with you until this is done so nobody gets hurt. I was like, thank you so much.
I listened to that last episode he was on. Him over here. It was great. I love you and Colin talking, man. That was one of the guys I grew up watching too. Like Update. And I loved his last show that he did with Seinfeld.
He's got a new one
directed.
that's out. Plug to Colin. It's Small Talk with Colin Quinn. It's out right now. I'm going to go see it. It's out till April.
When I first moved to the city, I was walking through Washington Square Park, and I saw him just sitting there on the phone, and I was like awestruck. And he looked up at me on the phone. And he's just like, "Yeah, I know," and looked right back down. And I was like, "That's perfect. I don't even need to say hi to him. That is the perfect interaction I will ever have with Colin Quinn right there."
He's the best, man. He's the fucking best. And he's another guy. I got mad at him once. He goes to TM. He does meditation.
Yeah.
too. And I was like, dude, I can't afford to go to do the thing to
Right.
get my word.
Yeah.
You got to get your word.
Right.
What's it called?
So, yeah, that's what always kind of kept me away from it too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I couldn't do the thing
I was like,
either.
dude, just give me your word. And he was like, nah, I can't. I'm like, I won't tell anybody. Just tell me, give me a couple basic moves and give me your word and I'm good to go. So I could save 1,500.
Right.
And he's like, no.
Yeah.
But he was doing it.
It's like getting a recommendation in the cellar.
Well, you know,
Just give me a word, dude. Come on.
you're not supposed to, I guess. But who the fuck cares?
Why? Yeah, I don't understand why.
So then I went to my friend.
Yeah.
Who's he's a yogi on 13th Street.
Okay.
At the Yoga Academy.
Yeah.
He lives there.
Right.
And he said, come by. I'll do a session with you. We'll do meditation and yoga. We did 2 hours over there. He had rented out one of the whole rooms.
Yeah.
And then it was amazing, you know. And then we went up to the floors where they live.
Yeah.
All the men live on one floor. The women yogis live on the other.
Sounds culty.
Yeah, 100%.
But it makes sense. I mean, I guess.
And I went up and he showed me the yogi came by, the guy, he looks at me. And I met him and all that. And he's like, yeah, well, all the men live up here and the women live downstairs. And he's like, yeah, there's one lady downstairs. She's a fucking cunt. I hate her. I'm like, oh, God, you ruined it. You ruined it. Even you. This shit doesn't work.
I know, yeah. It's
You're
like
a yogi. You live in a yogi thing. I just met a guy with a beard. Looks like he should be on a shirt in India. And you still have cunts in your life.
It's like hearing Yoda say that. Shut up, the bitch does not. That's rough. Oh my God, that would take it. After 2 hours of meditation and yoga, the guy's like, "Yeah, we got a lot of talking clams downstairs for a reason, boys. We don't like them up here. Let me tell you, never a line for a bathroom where the men stay." It's like, dude, what the fuck did you just say to me? It's like your doctor coming up from a gyno and just be like, "All right, everything looks good. We'll see you after the next appointment."
Just a pube with a root in it stuck on his fingernail.
Like popcorn kernels.
All right, let's keep it above. Your father's watching. I'm sorry.
You
Sorry,
probably
sir.
stopped after 5 minutes in.
So how long have you been off it?
I've been off since August 22nd, 2020. So this will be 3 years.
That's good, man.
Completely
Congratulations
off.
for
Thank
that,
you.
brother. Appreciate
It means
that.
a lot. That means a lot.
I appreciate that. I love when people put that out there too, because there's somebody else out there that, you know, it's our job to make people laugh, but it's also our job to be a little intimate and reveal shit, especially stuff like that, because there might be another guy out there who's in that shit that hears you doing it and goes, I don't have to do this stuff, you know?
I used to always, I don't know if you ever felt this way, but like I felt kind of ashamed and wouldn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point, I remember doing like 2 or 3 bits about it one night, just kind of, you're in that writing on stage mode. And I just went into this sort of zone and it went so well. And I was like, this is what comedy should be. You know, like think of like Pryor when he's doing the bit about lighting himself on fire.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the best bits of all time. And it's him being vulnerable, just talking about, I used to suck dick for coke. I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
I'm not. You know, like that's like, and people, like you said, they'll connect with that, but also it shows a level of humanity that fans love to see. Like that's why people love bloopers or behind the scenes of a movie.
Sure.
They want to see you be you. That's why
Yeah,
they
it's
love
hard
the
for us.
podcast.
It's hard for us because we always want to just do good.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, and it's also when everything's going to be out there too. So when you say something, it's like, is that true? It's like, yeah. It's fucking, yeah.
I
it's
know,
fucking
yeah.
true.
Well, there's no sense. I used to be like, you know, when I'd share something on a podcast or a bit, I'd be like, why am I oversharing so much? God, that felt horrible. But I got more positive response from it, from people being like, oh, I'm glad you told this story. Like this made me realize this, and I found this out about myself, and I was also molested. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But
You
it's
were
nice.
molested?
When I was young.
Welcome to the club.
Hell
baby.
yeah, baby.
I remember we were downstairs at the table one night, me, Patrice, Keith, I think it was Norton, the owner of the cellar, Manny, and we were all talking about our molestation story.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy?
Keith calls it, well, Kelly, when did Uncle Fester get you? That's what he called it. Kelly's been hit by, Uncle Fester's hit Bobby a few times. He snuck in the room, didn't he, Bobby? That's why you had to do. That's why I had to do some drugs, Bobby. You got
Forget about it, Bobby.
yeah, dude. No, you're right. Look, when I got my stomach surgery,
Yeah.
people were coming up to me going, "Man, congratulations! How'd you do it?" And you're like, "Oh shit!" Like somebody's being fucking.
Somebody's getting.
We're in the cellar.
I know. Yeah.
It was like being gay, dude. Like I was like,
Right,
I was like,
yeah,
I
didn't know.
no carbs, no sugar. You know what I mean? They're like, good for you. You doing any weight? I'm doing, yeah. Meanwhile, I lost 30 pounds in 4 days.
Like doing yogi. 2 hours.
It got to the point where I was like, look it, man, I want to talk about this on stage.
Yeah.
I need to tell people this.
Right.
I still don't have a joke for it. I'm going on stage going, yeah, I got stomach surgery. And people are just like, what? Like, you know, like I tell people, this is usually I was 350 pounds. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
Which hurts. It's like, okay. And then it's like, all right, I know. That was the response. Holy shit. I thought if you saw a plane crash, that would be the response. You know what I mean? If you saw a kid blowing a guy for coke on his knees and they were related.
Like, whoa.
That'd be whoa.
It's just like, wow, that's a lot.
What's up,
Those
Troy?
things.
I don't know, dude. But now so many people have emailed me and so many people have actually gotten the surgery, guys.
Right.
You know, alpha male dudes.
Yeah.
Which it's hard
Yeah.
for us because we got to do it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like my group but there's been a bunch of guys that have gotten the surgery or are getting the surgery, which means they're going to live longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which, you know, quitting the drugs
Right.
means you're going to be around longer.
Right.
And people get to enjoy your comedy.
Yeah.
And you should talk about that shit. It's crazy. And it's harder for you, man. I came up, all my friends didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dane, Patrice, Billy.
Nobody messed with any drugs.
Dude, our fucking drug was stand up. That was it. We would just get on stage every night and bust each other's balls and have fun. We try to make each other laugh. That's all we did. And I was lucky enough not to have any friends that did. We weren't into that. We were just into stand up. Nobody even really drank either. I came up on a weird, funny, hilarious clan of comics.
Yeah.
The only thing that we really got off on was
Stand up.
stand up.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's why you're
Wait,
also.
what's that? Listen.
I know.
Listen.
I think someone's getting into a fight with a bulldog.
Hang on. What is that?
It's the Monday parade. They go by every Monday. They're on their way to go put somebody else in an ambulance. Someone else's day.
But anyways, yeah. So I commend you on that for talking about that. And now, so you got a podcast. What's your podcast?
I got a podcast called Bonding. I did it for a few years up to COVID. Then I stopped, and then I just found I know so many comics, and I talked to them for so long. And what made me start doing it again last year was having conversations with people. And it probably sounds narcissistic, but you're like, man, other people would really enjoy this, because comics, you could talk to them about anything because we're so obsessed about all these little different subjects. And comedians are really easy to talk to because what you said earlier, like they're funny, and also like we're not married to any conviction. Like we're able to laugh and talk and have opposing views.
Right.
And I also look at the podcast as like a free mixtape you can give out to the people that follow you every week, instead of burning through material. And then they feel like they can keep up with you. They like, there's people that come to shows and they're like, they know my co-host, they know me, and they know stuff we talk about. They've had us sign things that we've talked about on the show, and I enjoy doing it. Now we do it in a studio downtown. I was doing it at my co-host's house, but now we got a nice little place on Wall Street and Exchange.
Don't tell these people where you are.
Right, exactly. The exact address is.
Yeah, don't do that. You have a bunch of fucking old brothers, Batman outfits coming.
I have an old stalker right now.
Yeah?
Her name's I shouldn't say her name.
Yeah, you should. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I almost said it. I could never be in the mob, dude. It'd be so bad. Like, hey, you guys want to go out commit some extortion later?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at 342 Broadway Street.
Yeah, you rat everybody. You rat.
Yeah, Jimmy two times.
All the wrestlers, you rat them out. You rat your uncle out.
I'm ratting them out.
You rat your dad out.
Everyone
who's
who's dead.
heavy-handed. Shut up. Save that for your
Be
therapist.
cool. Yeah.
Well,
need to go back.
I hope your dad hits you tonight. When you get
He's
home.
going to, yeah. Every time I go home, he's gonna disown me. When we didn't talk for like 5 years. I moved out of the house, and he would send me messages being like, "Change your name."
Change your name. He didn't want you to have Troy.
Didn't want me to have Troy, and also like I wouldn't put Junior on anything, so like he was upset, and he had to put Senior because I wouldn't put Junior.
No shit.
But now we're boys. Now me and him are tight. Weed saved our relationship.
How we did?
Weed did.
Oh, so you started smoking weed?
He started smoking weed.
Okay.
My dad drank a lot, and then he stopped drinking in like 2006, 2007, and then he just was angry all the time, and then found weed. Came home one day, and he handed me one of these carts. After us not speaking for years, and then we were just passing it back and forth.
What's a
smoking.
cart?
Like a little weed cart, like a vape. One of the vapes.
Okay, I'm sober.
Yeah, one
I
of
don't
the
know.
vape pens.
I don't know if I mentioned that. I remember I got sober when I was real young.
You haven't done anything since you were 15?
I haven't had a drink or a drug at all.
Yeah.
Since I was 15. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I know. And when you bring up weed,
Yeah.
I kind of get a little sad because weed is so intense and amazing right now and fucking legal.
I know. Yeah.
I went and bought my wife gummies.
Yeah.
in Times Square. I mean, in
You get them
Broadway.
anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, like I fucked up. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, is alcohol my problem?
Yeah.
Maybe it was alcohol and pills. Maybe weed wasn't. Because the only time when I got high, I was just chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to get real high. I got so high once. I did rob a pizza store once. You know what? I shouldn't.
On weed?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I was trying to get.
You didn't have money for pizzas? So
No, my friend Frankie, who's dead now. I just found out one of my close criminal friends back in the day, Frankie Policastro,
Yeah.
was my best friend back then. He really looked out for me.
Right.
He was my kind of leader, older brother.
Mm-hmm.
I hang out with a lot of crazy guys from Boston.
Yeah.
Very unique people, though. So we're all bad. We're all bad kids doing fucked up shit, but we're all good people too.
Mm-hmm.
But they were really just interesting people, like a Guy Ritchie movie type shit,
Yeah.
Like Frankie Policastro was my Matt Dillon.
Right. Yeah.
Outsiders, and we got, I stole, my uncle had a change jar, like one of those big German, cups with change. And I took it all.
I did that to my grandfather too.
Yeah, I just took it. And my grandmother just gave me my pea coat. She had my pea coat pockets sewn back in, and I ripped them again, and I poured all the change in the pea coat. So it was all around the edge of the coat on the bottom. And I remember I walked down to the bus stop to go to South Medford, and I was jingling, trying not to jingle as I'm walking by. It was 100. It was like the summer too. So I'm just sweating. So I'm standing at a bus stop sweating with a pea coat on. My uncle pulls up. Not the uncle. I had 5 of them.
Yeah.
It was the other one. But he's like, get in. I'll give you a ride. I'm like, I'm good. He's like, what? Get in the fucking car. So I had to get in, but I had to grab the change.
Yeah.
Sit down so it didn't go shh. So I'm just sitting there. Every bump, ching. I'm like, oh God. He's going to catch me.
Got a lot of quarters in your pocket, huh?
I got to Frankie's house and we rolled quarters all afternoon. And that's back in the day when we had to go to the bank.
No Coinstar.
You had to go to the bank and roll them and go back to the bank. And it was a lot of money. I think it was $100. And we went and bought a bag, an ounce of weed or whatever the fuck it was. And we were going to become drug dealers.
Yeah.
This was our big moment.
Right.
We were
Flip the brick.
flip it. So we bought papers, bed sheets, and we're rolling. And as we're rolling, we'd smoke one, and then we'd roll like 3, and then we'd smoke another one. So then we wound up just unrolling everything at the end and rolling 2 big fat joints. And we went to the park, and we smoked both of them with like 3 other people. We just sat in a circle and just smoked these fucking lubbers like this, like Cheech and Chong bones. We got so fucking high. We went to the pizza place.
Yeah.
And we just sat there and we were just laughing. And the lady would come over, she goes, can I? And the girl was in my geography class, Italian girl, big nose. I loved her.
Yeah.
Loved big nose Italian girls. And she came over and we just would laugh. And then Frankie just left. He went into the kitchen. I don't know why. He went into the kitchen. And I'm holding her hands and she's talking to me. And I'm like, I really like you so much.
Yeah.
I wanted to go out with you every time. I only go to geography because you're there. You know?
You ever have that girl in school where you show up, you go to school because she's there.
there,
And when
yeah.
she doesn't come, you're like, fuck school.
With me, it was a girl with a big forehead.
Oh, this had the big nose.
Yeah.
And I was talking to her holding her hand, and Frankie comes out and he goes, come on, we're robbing the place. I just talked to the cooks in the back.
The cook's in and on. They're in on. it too?
He beat the kid up
Oh shit.
a week ago. And he said they were going to tell him it's 2 black dudes came in. Sorry.
No, it happened.
It was Boston. Sorry to half of you.
The other half is proud. The other half is like, that's a good move, dude. Good move. Good move.
Blaming him. So he couldn't open the register, and I fucking went up and opened it, and because I just hit I knew the button.
Yeah.
And then we took the money and left.
How much did you get? You remember?
It was $100. $100
Oh, so
bucks.
you like made your money back from what you smoked in
Yeah,
the park.
thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a wash.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but I wound up in jail a week later.
Oh, well, that's a wash.
Yeah, that bitch fucking lied on the stand.
Oh, my. The Italian
She
girl?
said I held her down.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, she said I held her down. And but years later, after I got sober, I saw her at a nightclub.
Yeah.
I was in fluorescent green pleated pants with suspenders and a white tank top, dancing
And you were sober wearing
at
that.
Zanzibar.
Yeah.
And I was sober. Sober 100%. If you were drunk, you would never wear that shit. Like a gay sober kid a year in. So I remember, I look good, right? I feel good. I'm me. I love God. A group of drunks. And then she came up and she apologized for lying.
Oh,
Like
shit.
the DA made her lie, like pushed her into it. The place was owned by the mob.
Oh,
The mob.
the pizza place?
Yeah, they were after.
And you didn't get, they were after you. I was going to say,
Yeah,
how
but
did you
my
escape
friend
that?
Jake's father was a boxing promoter.
Yeah.
And he talked to him and
okay.
got him off
Raging
our
bull
ass.
type of situation.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Bert Young.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. But
God.
that was about to be a nightmare.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have made it to ever have to get clean.
No.
Probably just would have found you and pop.
They would have just broke my leg. It was $100. They would have just
Yeah,
taught
yeah,
me
yeah,
a
yeah,
hot lesson.
Just to, they were more upset that you would have disrespected the piece of pot.
Yeah, either that or would have fuck his like fat daughter. Now you're going out with Cindy. Cindy, hi, Dad.
Bobby.
Hey, how you doing, Cindy? How are you?
My dad says he has to make me come, otherwise you're
Yeah.
gonna get in the hospital.
Yeah, I'll try, but can you take your CPAP machine off? I'll.
Sound a little like Darth Vader over there. That's great. That's a cool story. You
Yeah.
could, like Bert Kreischer has his machine movie coming out. You could do your movie about the pizza store like that. I
Yeah.
think that's great.
Yeah, and Nicolas Cage could star in it.
Yeah,
as the
he could
pizza
play Young
guy.
You or the pizza guy.
Yeah,
I could see that. Who would play Young You if you had
You.
Me? I would play Young You.
Yeah.
I would go so method for that.
Yeah.
I would stop smoking weed
Yeah,
to play you.
yeah.
I'm going back down to St. Pete to grab that hoodie.
Yeah. No, back then I didn't wear that. Back then I didn't wear that.
Wow,
That was
still
Boston.
do the sync thing?
That was Boston. Yeah,
I
but
could do that.
That's in rehab.
That's in
Oh, you can
That's
become
good for the scene.
Oh, so gay when you go to rehab.
Perfect.
Yeah. I had a fucking.
I live on the Lower East Side, so that's perfect.
I had a
got
guest
plenty-
jacket that was like had the upside down triangle with the question mark in it. It was acid washed.
My dad was so afraid of me being gay when I was growing up.
Yeah.
He was so worried. I loved Freddie Mercury, and I remember one time he's like, "Yeah, don't go to school telling kids you like Freddie Mercury," as if like 10-year-olds are gonna know that Freddie Mercury. it's like, hey, the guy that died of AIDS.
I mean, that was a big thing with me when I was a kid. Is that they, in 5th grade they would just call me a fag,
Yeah,
and once one kid did it, you're gay. Like other
Right.
kids were like, oh, and they didn't want anything to do with me. And then that's when I kind of got into, fighting, which sucked.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was terrified all the time. Kids were calling me names. I had no friends. I had no dad.
right.
I didn't have anybody, anything. So I was alone. And back then, you got to kind of cut parents slack because they were going from very religious, father is at work, woman stays home, to where women and dads were out all the time working,
Yeah,
and they were never home, and kids were home by themselves. And then we were alone a lot. Being alone as a kid is no good.
you see a direct correlation between that and school shootings, 110%. Like kids are left, they grow up alone
Yeah.
on the internet while their parents are at work, and they just
Sure.
that's why they go into schools with guns.
Yeah.
They want attention, and they don't know how to get it, and then finally they figure, okay, I'll be infamous, and this is how I'm gonna get love.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you being there. The one thing that I can do, I really do for my kid is I'm there for him.
He knows you're always there.
100%.
Yeah.
I got your back, even when you fuck up, even when you do something bad. I still got you.
Yeah.
You know, like when he went to school and got in trouble for calling a kid something and pushing the kid,
Mm-hmm.
and he came home and he's like, "Dad, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just tell me." I'm like, dude, you already got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't believe in double trouble.
Right.
I was like, just tell me what you said. It's okay. I go, honesty is more important than me.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, I called him a motherfucking god dickhead. And I was like, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You can't say that. Are you nuts? I thought you were gonna call him a jerk or bitch.
You can't
Not
say that to the
motherfucking god
principal.
dickhead. Where'd you learn god dick? What do you listen to Louis C.K.? Anyways, all right, listen, man, we're gonna wrap this
This was
fucker up.
great.
Oh my
Thank
god,
you for having me. Sorry, did I talk your ear off? My bad.
No.
I do that all the time.
dude, not at all, dude. This flew.
This
by.
meant a lot to me to be here. This was a big moment for me. When I first moved to the city, on top of listening to your pod, one of the things that really got me that made me appreciate comedy was Louis' show,
Yeah.
the sitcom.
Sure.
And your scenes on it were I quote them all the time. Like the scene where you're in the bedroom being like, how long you think we're going to be up here? You have the timer. I quote that to people almost every single time I'm anywhere.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
I loved it. The dynamic between you two was great. And Kevin Brennan, I think, was like the first like big comic to ever take me on his podcast. And you called him once while I was doing it, and he was like, "You're calling me to tell you you're not doing the birthday roast, aren't you?" And you were like, "I am calling to tell you I'm not going to be on the birthday roast." And so you've just always sort of been there in the ether
right.
of my career. When I saw you followed me, it was great. You followed me the same day as Jennifer Coolidge and Ryan Long, and I was like, "Today is a win." And this meant a lot to me to be here, man.
You got it, man. I'm glad. I want you to come back on too.
Anytime.
You're really, man, one of the funniest guys coming up. You're interesting. You're unique. You got a great backstory, but you're fucking silly and always trying to have fun, dude. And I'm glad we got to know each other on this
man.
episode. And you come back on anytime you want.
I would love to. Thanks for
All right,
having
brother.
me.
And go check out where we can go check you out at. Well, here's my dates right here. See me live. I'm at Wise Guys. We're already there. So this is next week. Comedy Works in Saratoga. I am at Moon Tower Festival. Check this out. I got some more dates. Stop. Scroll back. I'm going to be doing Aruba. I'm down there doing shows. So if you, from the 28th to the 7th, I'm going to be at Aruba Rays. So I don't know why that's not on my website. It should be. If you and your kids, whatever, book a trip, come down. It's a blast. If you're going to be in Aruba, make sure you go see me at Aruba Ray's Comedy. Go to his website. And I'm going to be doing something in Nashville. Me and Big J have some things happening with the bonfire. And I can't announce it yet because it's not finalized, but hopefully it will be. But we're always going to be down at Moon Tower together, which is awesome, is JFL's. One of their they combined with Moon Tower to take it over. It's awesome down in Austin. Uncle Vinny's New York Comedy Club, brand new club. I'm going to be there May 11th, so make sure you support Cincinnati, Columbus. I got a lot of stuff going on. Make sure you check me out every day, Monday through Thursday on The Bonfire with Big J Okerson. I'm excited about that. And that's about it. Killbox on louisck.com. It is my special that directed and produced by Louis C.K. that's still kicking butt. Make sure if you haven't got it, go there and get it right now. And really easy purchase. Comedy, Jesus Christ, is a lot of shit. I mean, let's go to Troy's. Go to comedy. What the fuck is it called?
Comicwearables.com
Yeah, you do that.
/product
Thank you.
category / Robert Kelly.
We got the regs thing up there. Fucking
Yeah.
check spot. If you're a comedy club owner, stop having check spots.
Seriously.
Comics, we need to unite and stick up for each other. Stop having this shit. Anyways, what do we got for you, Troy? Wick.
All my tour dates are on TroyBondLive.com, and all my social media is TroyBond69. I just got my blue check, which means I can't switch the username now, so I'm TroyBond69 forever.
Because it's 69.
And it used to be Troy Has Ebola, but people were stupid and thought it was Troy Hasbola. And I was like, damn, I got to put it back before I get on the no-fly list. So now it's just TroyBond69. I'm 12 years old forever, baby. Welcome to rehab.
Dude, I fucking
Yeah,
like
I love you, man.
You're
Thank you
the-
for having
I
me.
said I like you. I love you too, man.
I'm saying I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I said it first, but I'm glad you said it back.
What is this,
This
a
is
mi-
going in the journal tonight.
A Meisner technique?
This is, yeah.
No, I love you. I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
This is great. I can't. This is the best day of my life.
You get uncomfortable.
I do.
You can't
After
say-
I know. I do. I know. This is why I had broke up with my girlfriend. It's like I have autism, babe. Sorry.
Brother, I'll talk to you later. I want to thank all you
Thank you.
guys. I want to thank, of course, Crazy Eyed Max, the producer back there, Mad Max, and we got Joe Russell. At Joe Russell. What is it? At Jokes Russell. Make sure you check out his cheese show, his interstitial with his beautiful wife, who's way too hot for him, on YouTube. And Max, what do you got?
My social media is Max Marcus Comedy on
Yeah.
everything.
Check him out. Very funny. We have, of course, Danny, social. I mean, all these people have autism, so support them because they need help because they're not going to make it on regular. Unless Rick Glassman starts another show about autism, these kids are not getting a shot. And check out Danny and check out at Mike V. Suarez. I mean, I got a lot of fucking weird dudes helping the show. And of course, you fans, you guys are the best. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave comments down below. Tell us who you want on the show. And you guys are the best. We'll see you next week. You know what, dude?
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs. Shitty jobs. Shitty